Alright, it's Gordon Cockapunk here. We're doing installment 2 on the Old Guns tour. Some of you might be saying that 1996 gun isn't that old. I own a BE Nightmare or something like that. And that's true. They're not really that old, but I enjoy the first generation, even into the second generation electronic guns. They're just my favorite. So today, got ourselves an Eclipse Shoebox Shocker. Now, little background on the Eclipse Smart Parts relationship. Eclipse, for a long time, was a company that merely did upgrade kits and stuff like that for guns before the E-Blade hit. Once the E-Blade hit, they really named themselves as the company to watch. The E-Blade was not the first electronic trigger for cockers, but it was easily the most widespread and most popular. And it pretty much breathed new life into the dying autococker. Anyway, but one thing they did like mag splash anno mag kits for auto mags. They did Eclipse factory cockers. They also made an Eclipse Shocker with smart parts. So I bought this after we did the shoebox shocker test because I enjoyed shooting that shoebox shocker, but I wanted something a little bit more in my own idiom, so I got this guy. You can see it's got a nice long, it's either 14 or 16. I know they used to come with 16s, but they might have switched to 14 by the time, this is about a 2001. So about 5 years after the RT Mag, this guy. Of course, the first shockers came out in '97, but this has got a little bit of a new look on the shocker. Anyway, so it's a 14 or 16 inch all-American one-piece barrel, which shoots really nice. Smart Parts, old Smart Parts barrels just shoot great. It's a shocker threaded gun, not cocker, unfortunately. Now, first thing you probably will notice is the Eclipse style trigger. This is the same trigger that was on like the E-Blade and guns like that. It also has a vertical max flow mount, so unlike the shocker we used in the range test, which had the horizontal reg mount, this one has the vertical reg mount, and you can see it has a very weird system where the reg goes into this tube here, which this tube runs the whole length of the body. This is just a gas gallery, a regulated gas gallery, and it feeds both the hammer, which is right here, and the pneumatic ram of the gun. So let's take a look inside here. Well, first I'd like to do a size comparison. This is a Cyborg, you know, an inch wide, and I suppose the shocker's only a little bit longer, but you know, front profile, vertical profile. If we line up the trigger frames, it's a big gun. Although necessarily it's not that heavy. It's about as heavy as that RT Mag, which they're both heavy guns, but this is a block of aluminum rather than a block of stainless steel, so it could be a lot larger. So to take out the bolt ram system, just unscrew this back plate here, and out comes this bolt system. So this is a ram that fires the controls the bolt. This is a closed bolt dual solenoid gun. So in the tray here there's two solenoids instead of one like we see on most modern guns. One controls the bolt because it fires from a closed bolt. So this thing is forward and closed off from the feed tube when the hammer solenoid fires and shoots the air, and this baby pops back and reloads it. So that's the bolt system, which it's obviously fed off of this tube. The solenoid is. You'll also notice, like all Smart Parts guns, this gun lacks an LPR because both tubes run at the same pressure, or both rams run at the same pressure, and the gas reservoir back here for the for firing the ball itself. Now, if I can find the Allen wrench, actually I don't see my Allen wrenches here. Well, I guess you guys will have to buy your own shocker to see the hammer system. You unscrew this guy right here, pull it out. It's cartridge about that long. That's the hammer, and then the gas reservoir for firing the gun is back here. Now, a couple attributes about this gun: just horribly inefficient. Horribly. When the SFT shockers came out, they had an ad campaign called "The only thing we kept was the accuracy." because these guys are reputedly really accurate. And they shoot great. The barrel is great. They're consistent guns. Of course they shoot accurate. A consistent gun with a good barrel will always shoot accurate. Anyway, all we kept was the accuracy, but the joke around Paintball Dumb at that time was all we kept was the inefficiency, because the early SFTs were pretty inefficient, but this one even beats that. This thing, like, I usually run a 45-45 on it because it's already so heavy. I don't want to put my 68 on it, and I can maybe get like 350 rounds off of that. Well, maybe more. No, maybe like 450 rounds. But the 68-45, I mean, you're topping out at about 750 rounds. So back in the days when these guys were used and we were playing 10-man paintball, people would fill their compressed air tanks with half CO2, half compressed air, which is really dangerous and really stupid because CO2 contains a lot more energy than compressed air. They were trying to squeeze every shot they could out of this gun because it is terribly inefficient. Other than that, it shoots really good. It's really a smooth shooter because it's so heavy. Lots of these guns shoot just as smooth, if not smoother, than, you know, the 08 Egos and stuff. And that's because they're so heavy. A heavy gun requires more force to kick it at all. You know, F equals MA, that good old law that explains the universe. So yeah, it's a smooth shooting gun. It's a fun gun. I enjoy shooting it. I actually usually bring this one out when I want to play with rookie kind of guys, because it's not very fast. That's the other thing about this. You can't walk this trigger like this. The hammer will not keep up. And it will double load because this RAM is faster than this RAM, at least in this model gun it is. Anyway, so you still have to, you know, pull it like this. It tops out at maybe 9, I think, is what 9, 10. I think the design itself, like perfectly tuned, tops out at like 12 or 13 tops. But think about it, 9 balls per second with the click of a mouse is pretty fast. My RT Mag's faster, I think, but anyway, it's a fun gun, and it's our second stop on the Old Guns tour. So if you can get a chance to pick one of these up, they go for anywhere between $100 and you know, $250, and they're just priceless guns to own. Lots of fun. Shoot consistent, they shoot accurate, and it's just fun to own. Anecdotes in paintball history. So, you guys have a good one, and I'll come back with another video later. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.